Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition, another episode of Speak On Our Podcast. And I'm your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, back for some more exciting content for you, the viewer, you, the people, more motivational content, more inspiring content to help you speak up now, and it's only gonna make you better mentally, physically, and more confident, as always, all of the above. So, the content I'm bringing to you guys, always unbelievable, always fun, important, motivating, inspiring. So I hope you guys keep on coming back for more and more and more and more. Whoa. What are you doing? You forgetting to hit the subscribe button? Stop it. What are you doing? You watching the Speak Up Now podcast, and you watching your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, give you some unbelievable content. What are you doing? I need you to subscribe right now. Check out my social media platforms that you see on the screen, Facebook, Instagram, and this platform, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you continue to tune in and watch the full episode. Come on now. This is the Speak Up Now podcast, where we're inspiring others to speak up and do better. Come on now, subscribe. Come on, subscribe. All right, let's get you back to the full episode. Boom. So, aside from today's content, for today's episode, I might add, so make sure you always, again, check out my other episodes and on other platforms on here and all my other social media platforms. So let's go right into it. Today's episode is another good one, another, I guess, important one, and I'm excited to talk about it. So if you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention how we do things around here. And if you're a returning viewer, first of all, if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. But if you're a returning viewer, as always, much love to you, much appreciation, and keep on coming back for more. So for today's topic, and for today's episode, I feel like it needs to be said respectfully. This come out there respectfully. The question is, are today's women played out? Well, again, today's topic is, are today's women played out? I'm not talking about women as a society or as a people. I love women. I love what they do for our country. I love what they do for us as a people. So we won't be here if it wasn't for women. So let me get that out there. I'm talking about women as relationship people, people get in relationships with women, how they are today, how they act towards other women, how they act towards men. That's the perspective I'm talking about. So when I say, are today's women played out? Yes, they are. Because today's women have their own agendas. How to make money from us or for themselves. Like, how can they find the quickest route to making money? So, being social media famous, Instagram models, trying to extort or get money from men, from their bodies, from platforms, from trying to, if you want my attention, you're going to pay up. If you want to talk to me, you're going to pay up. If you want to talk to me, you get to have this, you got to have that. For me to give you the consideration to chat with you, from us to have to conversate, you got to have this, you got to have that. Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? And anyone that knows me, I'm an old school person. I have old school values, old school. So I mean, like the type of woman I like, I like a woman that has values. If you don't have values for yourself, for your family, for people as a whole, I don't respect you. I'm not saying I don't respect women. I'm gonna get that. I do respect women. I don't respect women in today's generation who don't have values and who have secret agendas. That's the women who I don't respect, right? From women back in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, 60s, or whatsoever. I'm not saying life was different back then, of course, but women knew what they wanted. They wanted a family. They wanted a man they could build a family with. A man that they can build a life with. They wanted a man or a family that they could help support, grow with, do things with together, whatsoever. I understand life was different back then, but in today's world, women want something else. I'm okay with women being independent, but to a certain extent, they want something else just because they know they can. I'm all for women creating lives for themselves, having in their own lives, not depending on the man. I'm all for that. I'm all for independency. I'm all for that. But in terms of for us men, it's hard for men nowadays, at least for us in our generation, to see if a woman's genuine or not, you know, if they like you for you, not for what you can do for them. And that's what today's women are about. What can you do for them instead of what can we do for each other? And that has to stop. I can't stop individually, but we could talk about it. That has to stop. All you see on Instagram is every female trying to be Instagram famous. Every female wants to be social media famous. Every female wants to be on YouTube, doing all this type of stuff. Every female wants to have OnlyFans, make money some way. Every female wants to have all these followers. Every female wants to have men dragging at their feet, asking for this, for that. Every woman wants that right now. That's the difference from today's women, today's generation from other generations. That's the difference. And it's sad. I mean, like I said, men today who have old school values, old school women, old school morals whatsoever, are single for that specific reason, because it's hard to find a genuine woman out here nowadays. So most of the time, don't get me wrong, there's vice versa, there's men out there too who are trying to get Instagram famous, so I'm not trying to talk about one side or the other. There's vice versa, there's men acting the same way. But there's some men out here who are played out too. There's some men that act like a fool sometimes because they want this, they want that. So I'm not denying that. But I'm just asking a simple question from a man's perspective, or today's women played out. Yeah, because men who want to chase after women all day, every day, after this, after that, they can have it. At least for today's women, they can have it because they only gonna go broke doing so, and they're only gonna lose their moral standard for what they quote unquote want in that particular moment. But a real man with old school values, or with values in general, and a man that knows what they want and knows what they want in a woman, are single right now. Just because of that. Just because women are played out right now. Just because of that. And it's okay. We're gonna find the right woman no matter what. It's just gonna take time. But I'm always gonna speak the truth. I'm always gonna be outspoken about these things. And I'm always not gonna be afraid to, I won't say hurt people's feelings, but say the truth. And the truth needs to be said. Today's women are played out just from the facts I laid out. They really are. And times change. Women have evolved, men have evolved, but women have especially evolved in all climates of life, business, life as a whole, as society, and I'm proud of that. I'm happy for that because women are the backbone of our country. So I'm proud of that. I'm happy for that. But there's other women out there who have always had and always will have a secret agenda just for them to get ahead and act like they did it all on their own. But they try to do everything they can to be for clout, Instagram famous, put on that facade that they got this, they got that, and I did it on my own. But you out here trying to be the most famous person out here for doing things that, what's the point of doing things what's the point of doing? I'm not the name them. The people who watch the video should know what they are in today's world. And there's a lot of things out there in this world that women are trying to make money off of. And men are one of them. Men are one of them. So it's just like today, I feel like today's women are played out, and it's hard to find a good one. It's hard to find a good one with values, and it's okay. But these things have to be said. And if I'm not saying, or other people are saying, who will? So I'm glad people like me who have their own platform, their own podcast, and speak about these issues, are talking about these issues because they need to be said. And I'm not afraid to say it. I hope others are not afraid to say it. And that's what having a podcast and having a platform is all about, speaking up on issues that should be talked about. And this issue and topic should be talked about. It's not going to change tomorrow. It's not going to change overnight. But it can change over time by talking about these issues, and hope people realize that it's okay to have values. It's okay to know what you want. And it's okay to stay clear of people, men and women, who have secret agendas. Right? So, these things have to be said, have to be talked about, and I'm all for it. I love women. I love them to death. think they're beautiful creatures. You know, all of us are creatures in this world. Women are very, very beautiful. The heart of our country, the heart and backbone of our country, of our lives. Cause we wouldn't be here without women. So I would never talk down on a woman, but I don't have a problem with telling the truth about women. If that makes sense. That's the truth. You know, women don't play that. Today's generation of a woman don't play it out. I don't have to say there's many research out there that show that women are played out, and it's sad. And it's 2024 now. Imagine how life would be in 2026, 2027, or 2030. Imagine the next generation of a woman. So I mean, yeah. It boggles my mind. It drives me crazy to think about how the woman has evolved over time, over these past 20, 30 years, and how they continue to evolve quickly with technology. And women are smart, women in business are smart, you know what I'm saying? But women out here trying to be Instagram famous, on anything they can do to make a buck off of anything they can find, or especially off of men, is just crazy to me. And I'm a very private person. I'm a very, very mellow guy. I'm a very old school person with music, movies, life, values, morals. So that doesn't really attract me, and I like women who are about that. It's cool to like, but it's not like, for them, but it's not for me. As many other fellas out there are like me too, it's not really attracted to that, or how the game is, as people will say. Many fellas like me know how the game is. And it's crazy, you gotta stay clear of that. But some men out there are okay with that. And that's okay too, but it's crazy to me. So, but I digress. As I always say, I digress. That's today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Today's episode was, you can answer the question too for yourself, either in the comment section or reach out to me on my social media platforms. So the question is to you, the people, right now, this episode, are today's women played out? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know your opinion. I'm here for all the pushback, all the opinions, all the perspectives. I'm here for it. So yeah, I digress. That's my take on today's episode. Are women today played out? I said it. They are. I said it loud and clear. I'm not running for nobody. I said it. But yeah, I digress. So let's end this episode in the right way, as I always do. If you're a returning viewer, say with me. If you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention, because you're in the group now. You're part of the Speak Up Now family. So pay attention. So let's end this episode in the right way. Let's do it. Stay mellow. Keep that mellow mind. Stay focused on that narrow path. Always know what you want. And as my man Cam Newton says, Ace Boogie, you got one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom, I'm out of here.